Acting Director Sir is not here. So, ma'am, tell me that I have to give some advices regarding the health. So, as I already told you about the lifestyle disorder, I will share one very important disease which is a monster nowadays. That is a diabetes. I will tell you very bird eye view how can you prevent to become a diabetic in a recent future, and it is very important for us as a parent also that we have to protect our child to become a diabetic. I'm telling this because if you statistically analyze about the diabetes mellitus globally, so we are the hub as a nation. We are the hub of diabetes, and it is increases exponentially day by day. This is a WHO report which I just tell you. On the other hand, if you analyze as a nation, which is the state or which is the city which is the most number of patients as a diabetes, so Bangalore is a hub of a diabetes in India. So that gives a very alarming sign that we have to be very protective towards our health. And if you understand the disease, so it is very easy to protect ourselves and our children, because we always heard that our children is the future of our nation. But if our future is not healthy, how can we build up a proud nation? So we have a very important task in our future, that we have to protect diabetes, especially diabetes. Lifestyle disorders has those disorders which we can easily regulate on the basis of our lifestyle, what we are eating, what we are doing. Very simple. So the diabetes, we all know it's very common in our society. Most of us known family member that has a diabetic. Diabetes is nothing but a hormone which is deficient in our body, and it can also be developed due to the resistance. So I'm just telling the difference between why the diabetes so monstrous increase because of the resistance. So resistance comes because of the frequent hormone coming in our system, and that the hormone, that is insulin. Whenever we eat, so the blood glucose will increase to settle down the glucose, because glucose is a toxic material if it is going above certain limits in our blood. So there is a hormone insulin which settle down the glucose, and the blood glucose level will be reduced, right? So when we eat, the glucose level, blood glucose level will be increased, insulin secreted, and it settle down. This is the normal physiology of our body, right? What actually now happens, that because we are eating so much processed food, it is very easily digestible. As you heard about Glucon-D, everyone heard about the Glucon-D. You have seen in the ads that it gives an instant energy, right? So the carbohydrates are the product which we eat and gives us an instant energy. Whenever you eat anything which is in the form of glucose, or like cold drink, we are very easy to access the cold drink, Coke, Diet. These all are crude glucose. As soon as we eat or drink, it goes directly into the glucose, and what happens, the insulin comes in the system and it is settled down. So the problem, what I think is that because we are eating so much processed food and it is very frequent. For example, you are taking breakfast at 8, then after 2 hours again you have to take some carbohydrate in the form of bread, in the form of rice or anything. So that so many times that whenever you eat carbohydrate or glucose in any form, the insulin has to come. So if you eat carbohydrate 10 times or 20 times, right? So 20 times insulin has to come in our system. Previously, in olden days, we have not that much processed food in our diet. So when we eat, it takes time to release glucose in the system. So the number of times insulin come in our system is not 20 times. You understand? Do you understand? So what we have to do as a parent, that we have to reduce the number of times we eat the processed food. Now it is up to you, how can you manage? Children don't know anything about. For example, I give you so many examples. For example, since our childhood, my childhood, I have heard that whenever any good thing happened to us, we have to eat something sweet. But I never get anything from any religious book that you have to eat sweet at that particular time. It is the only we getting as a culture. That person is doing things, so we also doing the same thing. But we have to protect our health. We can give something. We can celebrate from different thing also. Not only every time we have to eat chocolate and all. Do you understand? So the number of cycle of insulin we have to reduce. Otherwise, this will not